Welcome everybody. Today we have the Ford-Trimotor 5-AT by TedCook for Explain 11. There is an Explain 12 version available, I have seen. However, I do not have that version. This model comes with animated doors, and these doors also have their own soundscape. The same applies to the baggage hold, which are in the wing of the aircraft, and the toilet door for some reason. So here's an example of how these things sound. You can activate them by utilizing Shift F1 to F4 for main door, baggage, left and right, and the toilet door. In general, it's a very interesting plane. It's from the 1930s and it looks quite similar to the Junkers U-52. To the left side we have our engine, and on this strut thing we have our gauges, which are in imperial units. So we have temperature and Fahrenheit, oil per square inch, and rotations per minute. I personally prefer the Junkers approach in this regard because they have used sensible measurement units. Now we have the primer, the brightness for instruments, and a information pop-up that allows us to view information and select the fuel tank. We have to do this in here because the ones I'm going to show you later are not yet implemented or have not been implemented. In the main instrument panel we have the transponder, and above it the communications, and then to the left of it we have time, amperage, an altitude indicator, turn left right, airspeed indicator, and miles per hour climb rate indicator, and our gauge cluster for the central engine. And if we look out to the right, we can see again a gauge cluster for the right engine. If we look to the pedestal here, we have our throttle and finally our Johnson brake. So now if we look down to the co-pilot seat, we have switches for master, generator, position lights and landing lights. And behind the seat we have a suitcase which we can click, and it will open this this flight computer. Clicking it again and it will disappear. If we look behind us, we have the primer for the left engine, the fuel gauges, the indicator for trim, another primer for the right engine, a carburetor heat for the right engine, and the elevator trim handle. To start the plane, we prime our engines by pulling and pushing these things 3 times. We do this, of course, after checking that our parking brake is set, so it's angled towards us, and ensuring that carburetor heat is off. After we have primed the engines, we can flip the master switch and the position light switch. And once we have done that, we can set the fuel mixture to rich and then start the appropriate magneto. Note that the engines are quite loud, and we repeat the same procedure for every engine.